Hey YouTube, I'm back again with another live video. This is Damien Movie, also known as Cash for Majesty or Red Riding Hood, whichever name is fine. I'm back again with another live video, and in today's live video, I'm bored, so I just feel like talking about different topics and stuff like that. And um, y'all know I'll be watching crime stories, so something just popped in my head. I watch a lot of these different YouTube channels that tell crime stories about family members that kill family members, whether it's a parent killing a child or whatever the case may be. Family members killing family members getting killed by people getting killed by their own friends, like just different crazy stories. So it was this one story that kind of bothered me. It was about these two guys. It was a gay couple, and I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back to the video and find it. I don't know if it was the actual the biological father or stepfather, or if it was the mom's boyfriend. I think it was a father. Anyway, so it was this gay couple, and there was this one boy. He lived with his mom. I guess he lived with his mom and the guy, father, stepfather, whoever he was. And he was homophobic. He did not like the fact that these two men were very open with their relationship and stuff like that. He liked the fact that when he came home, two men were laying with each other. There's a lot more to the story, but I'm gonna tell what I can remember. So he came home. The two men were laying with each other, and he boiled some water from. I think that's what they said. He boiled some water and drenching the two men with the hot boiling water, leaving burns all over their body. Now, after a while, the men broke up. I guess they broke up due to what happened, but I think they said they still remain friends. They just not in a relationship no more, and they both doing good. The scars are healed from the picture that they showed. But it's a lot of crazy stories that happen, and I watch these stories and really be thinking like, why can't people just be great? And I never went through anything that traumatizing, that crazy, or whatever the case may be. But I've been listening to a lot of people's stories, whether it's on YouTube or people that I know, people on social media and stuff like that, and they be telling stories, mostly people in the LGBTQ community. And I'll be surprised by a lot of the stories that I hear because I done went through my own situations and stuff, but nothing too crazy that I could think of. Um, to be honest, everybody had their coming out stories. To be honest, I feel like I never was the type of person that could say that I hid my sexuality or anything like that. If anybody felt that I hid it, it probably was by force. But I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted to be. It wasn't no, oh, I'm scared, whatever the case may be. I knew that I just did what I could to save my life until I got to the point where I'm like, all right, enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of the same old routine. Is either you like me or if you don't, I don't care. I'ma still be me. Um, and I believe I might have shared this story before, but since I got new subscribers, some of these stories I might share again. So, like I said, I can't say it was really a coming out story. Me personally, I knew what I was. I had my moments here and there. But yes, I was one of them boys that walked around with the shirts on their head, walked around dressing up in my sister's clothing or any female clothing around the house, trying on wigs, sneaking, putting on makeup, walking around the house thinking I was Erica Badu or Lil Kim or whatever the case may be. I done it all. And even when I hear other people's stories and the stuff that they do, even on TikTok when they had the challenge where they like put a finger down if you did this or put a finger down if you did that, I done did most of the stuff that they tell you to put a finger down if you did. My family was church going at one point. So that's one of the main reasons why I wasn't as open with my preference as I am now, because my great grandparents ain't play that. They lit with all the crazy things that may have happened in my family. Majority of my family lives by the Bible, and it's just certain things you just don't do. So I guess you could say in the beginning I pretend to be something I wasn't because I had no other choice. Um, and from my earliest memories, it was the living in Darby, Pennsylvania. In that era of my life, like around late 90s to early 2000s. Um, I let my true preference out as much as I could. Like I said, I danced around. I played dress up. I played Barbies with my cousins and stuff, and I always wanted to hang around females more than males. I played video games and watched cartoons and did manly things, but I really wasn't into nothing. I was more into music, reading, drawing, coloring, painting, dressing up, mostly stuff that people see as girly. Um, and that's because my brothers were pretty much younger and were babies at the time, and I was the one that was older and just doing my own stuff. And so that's why I was always around my female cousins, because I have a lot of female cousins that's around the same age as me, and I don't really have too many. I don't have well, the ones who live in Philadelphia. I didn't really have too many male cousins that I was always around. That was around the same age as me. I see them here and there. Um, like my aunt and niece kids, they about the only male, well, the only two that was around the same age as me. My cousin Christopher and Marcellus. Um, but other than that, majority of my male cousins was all older than me. They were like 80s babies. I'm 92. Um, but yeah, so I believe I might have told YouTube about the first. Like the so-called girlfriends I had. It was this one girl named Toya. When I went to Walnut Elementary, it was this girl named Toya who was in my classroom, and I pretended that she was my girlfriend. She wasn't really my girlfriend. I just thought she was pretty and she was my best friend. And I pretended she was my girlfriend because I didn't really like her brother, who thought he was a bully. So I used to get on his case by saying that his sister was my girlfriend. Um, I think I was in Miss DeSantis' class, Patoya. I don't even remember. I know my teacher. What was her name? Matter of fact, no. I think my teacher at the Miss DeSantis, I believe her name was Miss Bova. Yeah, because my counselor in Delta, her name was Miss Brody or Miss Brady or something like that. So Miss Bova had to be my teacher after Miss DeSantis. When Miss DeSantis left Walnut Elementary and went to Bell Avenue, I went to Miss Bova class. Um. Anyway, so in my household, I put it like this: when my dad was around, I couldn't do as much, but when he wasn't around, I pretty much did whatever I wanted to do, preference wise. Dress up like a girl, dance like a girl, play with Barbie dolls, all types of stuff. As I got older, the closest my dad would tolerate was me having a strong interest in hairstyling because my mom did it. I had aunts that did it, cousins that did it. So he didn't mind me with mannequin heads and stuff like that. But if it came to like a Barbie doll or some stuff like that, I don't know how I used to get away with as much as I did. But the mannequins ain't buying because he figured that I had a strong interest in doing hair because I was always at the barbershop and a lot of people in my family did it. Um, I also did the cowboy hats, trying on high heels, all that. Growing up, I was a big Lil Kim fan, and I was addicted to the hardcore poster. I used to always try to do that. I mean, my mom and my dad at Main Street, they had this big bed, and there was like this headboard with a dresser in the back. So when my dad probably wasn't there, my mom was probably downstairs or something, or whatever everybody was doing. I'd be in my mom's room trying on wigs that probably was left around the house. I didn't care who wig it was. Trying on makeup. I ain't had no facial hair, so it's easier to do so. I used to use a eyeliner pencil and put the mole in the corner of my lip. I used to try on lip gloss and lipsticks around the house, and I used to try to be Lil Kim from that damn hardcore poster, doing a squat and everything. I had a picture of me with the cowboy hat and heels on, but ain't no telling whatever happened to that picture. There's so many pictures that came and went. Um, I had pictures for days, but who knows whatever happened to them. So anyway, I was very close to my cousin Dominique, my cousin Quetta, and many other cousins, and my sister and stuff like that. Um, the only gay people I had around me was my cousin Antoine, my aunt Jackie's son Antoine, on my dad's side. Then my aunt Dawn's son Jermaine, he's gay. Then I had Uncle Jesse and Uncle Robert, who I believe I mentioned in the previous video. And then there probably was some gay people that lived, some gay guys that lived in the neighborhood. In the beginning, I didn't never really see it as being gay or whatever the case may be. I just seen it as I was different. I ain't really care. I had no attraction towards men at all. All I knew is I just like girly stuff. I like playing with Barbies. I like dressing up. I like playing jump rope. I like being around the females in my family, my cousins and my sister. I didn't really care for what the guys was doing because they was always getting in trouble. And I feel like if I was around the girls and doing most of the stuff that the girls did, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble as much. Boy, was I wrong. Um, I'm trying to think. So I got away with as much as I could, but couldn't really do much around at my great grandparents' house, although that was the house that I used to dance a lot at. Um, so yeah, there was famous that knew what I was, and like I said in previous videos before, people used to like, oh, Damien this, Damien that, and then I had my cousin sticking up for me. He not gay. He just like being around girls. I be dancing like a girl, turning rope for them, playing jump rope, all types of stuff. And I hear the same thing. Oh, my cousin ain't gay. My cousin ain't gay. He just like being around girls. He just chilling, blase, blase, blah. And I never confirmed or denied because I just felt like it wasn't nobody business what my sexuality was. Because the majority of the damn people that was making fun of me was the same ones that tried to be my best friend as I got older. Um, and this will go on for years. I mean, my cousins always had me outside turning rope for them. I don't know why. I guess because I couldn't jump double dutch. I always want to jump single, and they was more into jumping double dutch. So I will always end up having to go outside and turn the rope. Then they be complaining about it being uneven and one side being longer than the other. Or I'm turning too fast or I'm turning too slow. Anyway, um, to be honest, I feel like I didn't really start really getting into my preference until my mid to late teenage years. And most of it was because my my dad, there be times he was around, there be times he wasn't around, and a lot of times where he wasn't around, I pretty much felt like I could be myself. Yeah, I had fights and arguments with my siblings and stuff like that, and I done had fights and arguments with my cousins, and I done went through the homophobic slurs and people in the neighborhood talking trash and family members talking trash, thinking that by calling me a homophobic slur or cracking jokes at my preference, it'll upset me or whatever the case may be. When I was younger, yeah, it did. But as I got older, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm at the end of the day, I know what I am. So you think by bragging about my sexuality and cracking jokes that's going to bother me? No. You're just telling me stuff that I already know. Tell me something I don't know. When it comes to when it comes to school, um, I don't know. I mean, like once I got in the high school era, I hung around girls and I hung around guys. And the crazy thing about it is when I was at Delta, there was barely any girls there. Like if they were, there's a lot older and damn near about to leave the school. Um, and then start. I mean, the school ain't start having a lot more female students until like my teenage years, and most of the time it'd be during summer school, and then next thing you know, you won't see them female students, and then some other female students they were too young, or they were dealing with like mental problems and stuff and disabilities and stuff like that. And then uh some of the girls that didn't really have nothing wrong prior except for behavior issues, they pretty much came and went. Um I mean I had a few friends. I had my friend Tiffany, I had my friend Anna. Then there was this one girl in another class. I think her name was Nakia, something like that. She came and went. Um, yeah, there was a few girls here and there that came, but like I said, it really wasn't that many girls. Majority of the girls then came and went. Um, Delta was had more male students than female students. Um, I had my moments at Delta School when I first went, and I believe I might have told the story before, but when I first went, I had this issue where it was a some little event they was having in the gym room, and my first gym teacher at Delta, Mr. Z, thought he was a DJ or something like that. So this was like the early 2000s, y'all know. Around times people like Aaliyah, 702, Total, and them was all popular, and they was playing "Where My Girls At." Now, I everybody was in their own mood, their own conversations, having their own vibes. I didn't think anybody would be paying attention to little old me, so I was bored, and I'm just walking around singing along to the music. Um, and this one student, I guess he seen me singing and started. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I accidentally clicked on TikTok and Beyonce started playing. But um yes, one student who's older than me, he was talking shit. And every time I walked through the hallway, he was spitting out homophobic slurs because he was a goddamn bully, spitting out homophobic slurs and telling everybody that he caught me in the gym room singing "Where My Girls At." But then as I got older, he realized that okay, you think you ate,